Hey, so just wanted to make a real quick tutorial for you on how to pull location from a record in one table and then use it to calculate the distance in another table. Um, It'll be this endpoint, but real quick, let's go look at the database. I have merchants and they have different point locations, as you can see. And then I have just a couple users, and they also have a location um, field. So let's jump to the API real quick and this endpoint that I created. So the first thing we're going to do is get the user record. In this case, I'm just looking it up by the user ID input there. And then we'll go into our query all records from our merchant table and we'll find what merchants are what distance from this user. So we're going to do that same setup in the other tutorial. We're going to add an eval for the merchant.location and call this distance, and then apply this distance filter. And we'll go ahead and look, and I'm just going to use the variable user dot location. Now I know you put that location in a variable, but you could also just do it this way. So I'll make sure to go ahead and save that. And let's go ahead and just quickly run this. And so we'll go ahead and look at user one. And then, so all of these merchant records now have a distance based on where they are from user one. Okay. Now, it's just very important to note that that distance filter only works for a single point of geography. So if you're doing a query all records from your merchant table, I'm sorry, from your user table or from whatever your first level is. So if we did a query all record user, it's very important that you just work with a single type of data instead of a list. So if you would go to your output here, see these array brackets right here, the flat ones. It's because we're returning a list and we can easily change that to a single. Go ahead and hit save. I can filter here by just like the get record. The get record is just more convenient. You can still grab whatever field in the get record, but you could do that here in the query all records, just more of a preference thing. I'm gonna grab that input. Done. So user ID equal to the input user ID. It's the same exact thing as this get record. In the get record, you can use any field still. Let's just call this user one so we don't have to update anything else. I'll hit save. And once again, this video is just slowing down my browser a little bit because it's a Chrome extension. And let me go ahead and look at user two now. We can see we're doing it with the query all records. But once again, we see, and this works, and we just need to be able to work with a single type of item type of data instead of a list, because that's how that distance filter works. So there you go. Let me know if you have any questions.